Okay, example 16. And I'm going to point out some things that should pop out to you. So first of all, it says calculate amount. So the word amount should kind of clue you into we're looking for grams. Chlorine, another key term there. There's diatomic, so chlorine is diatomic, Cl2. There's some volume, and then we're using, there it is, there's the magical STP, and that should tell you right away, you're like, okay, STP, what does that mean? Well, that means 22.4 can be used when we're converting between moles and liters. Okay, so we're looking for amount, looking for some grams, and we got chlorine. So that's probably enough to get started. And so we're going to start with that 44.8. So we're always going to kind of start with what they give us, and they gave us the 44.8. And so I would say that is really the only thing you have to work with. So we'll start with that. So let's go down here. 44.8. And remember, a centimeter cubed, that's the same as a milliliter. So that can be kind of useful to us here, because now I can use my 22.4 and I can say, okay, if I can get to liters, then remember that 22.4, that's 22.4 liters for every 1 mole. That's the conversion that we're going to use. So let's go ahead and slide that into liters. So let's get rid of the milliliters. Let's go into liters. And which one's bigger? You always ask yourself, okay, which is bigger, liter, milliliter? The bigger unit gets the 1. And so that's going to be a nice conversion for us. And so we can just go ahead and cross off the milliliters. And then here we go. Now we have liters, which we can now use to convert to moles. So it says, okay, we got 22.4 liters for every 1 mole. Okay, and then when those go away, see top and bottom, we've got moles. And so it is asking for, remember, amount. So remember, we're looking for grams. So we'll go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and convert into grams. And that's going to use that periodic table number. So we're going to add that up. Get your periodic table out. You're like, okay, here's chlorine and 35.45 times 2, 70.9. And let's check our units. There's the moles and they're gone, and there's the grams. And oh, I forgot to write down chlorine. That was maybe not the best. Probably should have written that down at the beginning. There we go. There's the 2 things we want. So let's run through a calculator and let's see what we get. So 44.8 divided by 1,000, hit enter. Divided by 22.4, hit enter. See, they're on the bottom. And then times 70.9. And not a lot of grams. Got an answer of, with 3 sig figs, I got 0.1418. So 0.142 grams of chlorine. All right. Acceptable answer for amount. I do want to point out, you could probably make this a little easier if you wanted, but it doesn't give us as good of an example, is that you could stop at moles, because moles is also amount. So you could have just done like milliliters to moles and stop. So moles is an amount, as is grams. It's just a lot of times grams is more useful, so that extra step is not incorrect in any way. And so I think that that's probably useful just to go ahead and have that extra step. But you could stop there at moles as well. So they're both amount. I like going to grams, so I think you just see more problems that are going to ask for that. So, okay, so this one says what volume is produced when 0.056 grams of lithium reacts with water at STP. So I want to set this up and then have you guys try this. So we're looking for a volume of hydrogen. So let's start there. And we're looking for question mark here and liters. And then we have the starting amount right there, the lithium right above the liters. So right here, there's our starting amount. So let's go ahead and put that above the lithium. So 0.056 grams. And so then we don't care about these. So see if you can do that using the STP, the 22.4. See if you can go from grams to liters, a little stoic problem, and see if you can do that. So pause the video, see how you can do. Okay, so hopefully you got an awesome answer, and hopefully you spotted right away that we need to check first the balancing. And the balancing lithium here, 1 and 1, couple of hydrogens, and a single oxygen, and a single oxygen. Now here's the problem, right? So there's like 3 hydrogens over there. So that is going to be something we need to pay attention to. So let me clean this up. And we'll go ahead and balance that out. Get rid of all those. Okay, so the problem we're going to run into here is that we need to get an even number of hydrogens. So now we have 4, 2 here and 2 here. So we got 2 there and 2 there. So that's 4. So that gets our hydrogens balanced. So we got to put a 2 here. So there's 4, and then there's our 2 oxygens. And then so it's a 2, 2, 2, and 1. So do need to balance it. Stoichiometry doesn't work too well if you don't balance. So now we're going to start it up. 0.056 grams, and that's of the lithium. And let's go ahead and convert that into moles. So your periodic table, lithium is 6.94. Once again, you guys should have that periodic table out. Don't just take my word for it. I do make mistakes, and I want you to be looking. And I do check these, but I do want you to make sure that you're looking. So, all right, so we got the lithium. Now we got to go into the hydrogen. So it looks like we have a single mole of hydrogen for every 2 moles of the lithium. And then it wanted volume, right? So volume here, it wanted the liters. Well, that STP makes that real easy because it's like, hey, you get 22.4 liters for every 1 mole. Makes that very manageable. Always check your units. If I have messed this up, I'm going to see right away the units don't cancel. So see, grams are going to be gone, and moles are gone. Moles are gone again. Lithium cancels there. You have hydrogen, and you have liters. That's exactly what we want. So now let's run through our calculation. So 0.056, 0.056, and so that's going to be divided by, because it's on bottom, and hit enter. And then we're going to divide it by 2, hit enter, and then multiply by 22.4. Always hit enter between steps. Okay, so I got 0.090. Just want to double check my sig figs. And so it looks like I need 2 because there's 2 there. So change the pen color and 0.90 and liters, and it was hydrogen. So there you go. All right. So take a look at that. Hopefully you're able to maybe get it by yourself, but if not, that's the process. So, okay, going to pause the video here, and we'll pick up on something else here in a bit.